A Herald for life. Perhaps, thank you. Double big guys through those. Thank you. Short film contest. Where's that?
Fresh mate.
Hog. Very cool. You have BB. You have BB, of course, lol. 3,000. Well, I'm actually adding this, guys. I've actually laughed a little bit at this one. Let me. It looks to be number one because you got 3,000 upvotes. You have buyback? Of course, lol. He doesn't actually, guys. That's the funny part. I get it. He lied. I actually need a meme here. Let's see here. Say hi. What is this? This was upvoted to the top. Hey, 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 hey. Green, say hi, you fuck. Sad face, hi. Oh, man. Most of these fan packs are travel value, but the cut and loading really easy worth 20. Insane Ravage Dodge I did last time. Okay, so that might look cool. So I'm gonna debunk this. Why it's not cool. 1, he got lucky. 2, he's 28k heads. 3, he got Aegis. So it's like walking a line in between two buildings. It's like, wow, that's cool. But it's not as cool when you have a safety gear on. Because it's like, dude, there's no fear of you dying. You have Aegis, so it's not that Pogs anymore. Making a Pog play when it matters is Pog. Making a Pog play when there's 0 stakes is not Pog. Note that. PPD on OG. Any more drama?
Anyways, I was going to talk about the OG, you know, the coaching debacle, right? So after this huge coaching debacle with all this drum, OG canceled all of their scrims against us. With like 2 sets of scrims. We were supposed to play them tomorrow and the next day. And then here's the thing though, like they're not like angels either, right? Like these guys were like 20 to 30 minutes late for our last set, and then the set before that, they messed up time zones and they were over an hour late for scrims. So I mean, I don't know, I feel like we're all, you know, I thought everything was cool, you know, we're all just chilling, you know, you wait an hour, just sit there, stare at your monitor and shit.
Like Dundee and size, I think Zibin, Soji. More drama? 500 comments. This is some high school drama, man. Why would they cancel the games? I mean, okay, they get late to scrims. Who fucking cares? They get late to some scrims. Who cares? But why would they cancel the games? That's a little bit weird, champ. That's a little bit of a weird champ. I'm glad that Alliance didn't get rid of people immediately from the rule change. That's nice for him. If Alliance get the Team DK team where no one will scrim them, people are going to scrim, guys. Stop. OG, nothing against Alliance. Also, OG, fuck your scrims. That's a little bit of a weird champ, actually. I'm giving them a weird champ. A big one. Not a major one. No. Zakros, thank you. So he later says that he was confident to be an in-game coach, and Alliance knew it would be a big impact. If I were Alliance and I read the rule change like they actually did, I would A, think how to use the change to boost the team's advantage. Assume my other team would be doing the same. Yes. Offended guys, offended gamers. If all this had happened at a major, the season would have been insane. Lol, yeah, very cool. Bad drama. Bad drama. I don't get it. I mean, and here it comes, guys. I mean, and this is just my opinion. I mean, winning 2T has really fucked up with their minds. Full of ego. No respect for others. Suddenly it's so hard to apologize when mistakes were made. Or better blame other on social media. And then according to our golden rules, we had no mistake. It's your fault and we will not respect you. Bulls hope Sasuke and Nana will find better team. Guys, I know this for a fact. Like, I seen them. They changed so much since they won 2T out, guys. I mean, How was that? Was that a good comment? It's silly. What was silly? It's literally insane how fast y'all turn on people. Nota went from one of the most beloved players of all time, legit the flower of Dota, got really serious, and now he's the face of the most hated team in the scene. It's really silly. Well, they're not the most hated scene in the team. It's still like the most popular one, but okay. It's not silly or surprising. If you do hate able things, people will hate you. Well, you changed, man. Once you got money, you changed. You changed. Made a blink dagger from steel. Wow. Ever since you got a girlfriend, you changed, man. Loda. Alliance never filed a complaint regarding talent prediction. This is a ridiculous lie. Apparently, the complaint wasn't about the prediction, but about the call segment where he challenged Loda to complain about his prediction only after Alliance proved himself and later used incorrect stats to justify the low expectation from Alliance. Oh, you mean where Kyle took the stats from a different alliance, a completely different alliance teams throughout time, and used it as it was relevant to the current alliance team? You mean those statistics that were very relevant? Also comparing money, how much money they made, because it's very comparable to comparing how much money you made. Because earlier tiers were worth less money and current ones are worth more. I mean, oh, my brain. Oh. Nothing new. Wait, Kyle says something stupid without proper information to back up his statements. He never does that. I've seen him do this twice, and it's hilarious. He brings up talents, and he's done this twice that I can remember. Talking about like, oh my god, this talent is worth like 4,000 gold. And this talent, so you clearly, that one is much better. Like he was talking about Earth Spirit. Mentioning, oh, the level 10 talent, you get 60 damage. That's insane. That's worth 3,800 gold. Meanwhile, someone else gets like 20 movement speed, and that's worth 250 gold. And you're sitting there like, well, you're going to mention, the relevance to the hero, right? No, he never mentions. How can you balance in 60 damage? That's 4,000 gold. 20 movement speed, that's 250 gold. Clearly, the moment 60 damage is way better. Well, you see, here's how it works. If you gave Lifestealer talent that said 50% spell amp, you could bounce around that because it's on a hero that doesn't use spells very much. So when he brings up a hero having 60 damage on level 10 being broken, it's on Earth Spirit who doesn't right-click heroes. Jesus Christ, my brain when I hear him talk sometimes. Please save me. All current orders were from the game files. You're not allowed to yoink it. Tips all Luna players. And try to equip procs on her shard loosen beams, giving her 7 of them nuked with the talent. That's a broken strat that I've done. Give her a lucky 30 charges, that would make it broken. You're an idiot. Alliance management filed a complaint with DreamHack regarding Limp interview against Shiver.
But apparently some people were unhappy with that interview. And that would be the Alliance Management. Alliance Management was not happy, and I'm going to say management for the rest of this podcast, by the way. The management was not happy with that podcast and decided to go ahead and talk to both talent as well as trying to get a hold of our superiors to file a complaint about our I don't know, whatever you want to call it, the way we conducted our interview or whatever. And this is actually the second time that management has filed a complaint with our bosses about the show. So I take my livelihood.
Oh, never mind. I know what that is. Okay, go on.
I take my livelihood very seriously. It's one of the best things in my life. One of the 3 things that I hold like very, very close to me. And one of those things is my friends as well. And I consider many of the colleagues that I work with my friends. So
I was going to say Ellie and your pecs, but I guess, okay.
Ellie is the number 1 thing on that list. So I consider it like a very grave sin to go after someone's livelihood. You must have like really think that they really deserve that. But management decided to file complaints about the way we do our show. And that, obviously, you can tell, has made me rather mad, mostly because I know it's not the first time that this has happened. It's the second time this season, but I know we're not the only people that management has contacted to try and get us fired from our jobs. And you know what's funny is management wanted to know who decided on Limp. Well, I was one of them. I'll tell you right now, if they're listening, I was one of them who pushed for Limp. Because, again, as I said, I thought it would be good for you. I thought it would help you. Because I think, my judgment of him, which usually I feel like my judgment is pretty good of people, is that he is relatively unflappable and he's going to give a pretty good response to this sort of thing.
Did a good job.
I wanted him to not fuck up. I'm going to ask a hard question, but I don't want him to fucking stumble over the line, okay? I don't want that out of him. I would feel bad about that, but I do feel it's my job to ask that question. You know what the fucking hardball question was, Joey? The softball was, do you know of any other teams that are also using a coach in-game? To which Limp responded, no, I don't know. I don't really talk to other teams. I checked just before
Great
this
answer.
podcast. Yeah. I thought, well, no was like a little sus. I was like, whoa. When he first said that, I was like, whoa. And then he said, I don't know. So no, I don't know. Like, yeah, okay, then that's combined together. And then he said, I don't really talk to other teams. And I was like, that's totally fair.
What's the hardball?
The hardball question, which is if he just straight up said no, I don't think any other teams are going to use it. The hardball question was, don't you think that it is against the spirit and integrity of competition to utilize something that you know other teams are not? Because I think that's a fair but hardball question, right?
What? How's that a good question?
Do you think that question would have been totally out of line?
Yes.
Even like if I say, even if it's in the rules, do you think that it's against the spirit of competition and integrity for you to be able to use something that you know other people are not aware of?
I'm thinking. My gut reaction is no, absolutely not. That feels like a fair question. And I'm trying to see if there's any counterpoint I can make in my head.
Yeah,
No.
I think that's a fair question too.
I think you should.
You know why?
Blanket, you should be able to ask the players whatever you want to.
Yes, and part of the reason why I feel like that's a fair question is because hard questions are hard because you have to give usually a very real answer, and that like will expose who you are as a person. That can be both good and bad. Hard-hitting questions can expose who you are on the inside, right? And if you expose the truth about yourself and you are good, then it's going to be a good answer. And if you are bad and you admit to certain things that you don't want to admit to, then it's a bad answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so,
The guy plays Dota 2. He's a perfect player. Why are you trying to expose him as a bad person or something?
I
That's
feel like
just
that's a
not
fair question
appropriate.
because what I'm expecting to hear is
The guy plays Dota. I'm gonna add a hard question to expose if you're a good or bad person. And if you're a bad person, we got you. We got you on Leddit and on the. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is he talking about? You ask him how he feels. Ask him about the pics. Where is the interview? Here comes the hardball. I'm gonna expose you if you're a good or bad person. That's my job, to expose the other two players if they're good or bad. What the fuck is he talking about? What's the interviewing question? Do you use a post-game interview to ask Limp if Alliance were using an in-game approach, and if that was allowed? This done led to no-chill OG popping off and entering content cheaters. Well, where's the interview? So I want to link the interview.
Is it relief or happiness?
Happiness, I would say. I'm not too happy about our performance. I would like a 2-0 eventually, you know.
But otherwise, if you have a 2-0, you can't play DK in the final third game.
That's right. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I gotta ask the hard-hitting questions here, Limp. You've probably also... We saw the video of your vlog, hearing PPD in the background of your game versus Brame, and I want to hear your opinion on that and your thoughts, and also just curious how PPD is helping you guys.
He's trash, you know. Zero help. No, I don't know. It's nice to have a coach. We haven't had one before in this team, so it's just good to have a
Lola crying in the corner.
Another mind to bring to the table.
And is it something that you're consciously having while the game is going on?
What do you mean, like his talking in game, or?
Yeah, because...
That was a question?
To the table.
And is it something that you're consciously having while the game is going on?
What do you mean, like his talking in game, or?
Yeah, because in the video itself, he is making a call while the game is going on.
Yeah, he helps us in game. It's a good balance, I would say. He doesn't do too much, not too little, just like some decisions, you know. Are
you not worried that, because you know, at Lance that's not allowed, right? He's not allowed to be in the booth when the game is going on. Are you not worried that you're gonna get reliant on that, stuff like that?
I'd say more like we're just learning to make better calls with him. I don't feel like if we don't have him, we're gonna be like completely clueless. That's not the case. It's just like another is helping right now, and when at LAN we're just gonna have to learn from what he did for us, you know.
Sure. And you're 100% sure it's allowed to have him in the game during the game?
Right now, I believe we've been talking about like asking people weeks before. So.
Okay. I was just curious. So.
I don't know.
Okay.
So I've got a follow up to that. Do you know of any other teams who are doing that?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't really been talking to any teams.
Okay.
About that.
Let me talk to you about you, Limp. So, my question is, why not just first pick the DK Game 3? Why wait until later in the draft? You know you're going to pick it anyway.
Well, I can't really recall exactly. How did the draft go? We picked Lena into Tide.
DK.
Yeah, Lena Tide.
It's just like, it's very... Lena and Tide, it's not... It's hard to get them later on. And Tide, you know, we value it a lot. So... I think both heroes, we just need to pick it if you want to get them.
And are you demanding that DK, or is that like FNG saying, you're stuck playing this again, man?
It was kind of between, we wanted Grim, so it's between Tiny and DK, and DK was dead like Brazil and some more, so it looked like a good DK game already.
It always looks like a good DK game.
So was this just
TSJ asking actual questions.
What is?
That you guys are doing DK third game every single series?
Yeah, I think so. There's nothing we plan.
So I find drafting, I feel like there's always a balance in the being innovative to some degree, but still like you need to be able to have a bare number, let's say 3 or 4 different like heroes or strategies that you can always go to that you know you're going to be like absolutely the best on. And I feel like you guys trend more towards that line of things, right? Which is we see like kind of the same dynamic of heroes over and over again. How do you feel about that as you're drafting? Are you comfortable with the versatility you guys have in drafting, or do you feel like that's something you need to branch open more? I mean, it's working really well for you.
I think we're gonna branch out more in the major. Right now he's kind of doing what working. Obviously we've been doing much more in scrims that we haven't really been showing it. Yeah, so as BSG was talking about that we can't like get top 5 or whatever. Might be true, but you know, we can play more than what we're playing, but it's working right now, so.
Yeah,
I want to see it.
If it's not broken, don't fix it, right? Like, if you're going to get first or second out of your region, like, that's going to get you to TI. Like, why change that?
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
If you don't need to reveal anything extra, why will you?
I want to say, like, the way you guys play your lineups is honestly a pleasure to
Kev
watch.
doesn't even ask the
I
question.
say that comment in a way, it's like, I have to believe you guys can do it on Mohr, so it's good to hear that you guys are trying other things in scrims, and I look forward to seeing what you guys make happen at the major.
Yes, sir.
All right, Lim, we're going to let you go and celebrate with your team. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
And talk to you another time.
See ya. Bye-bye.
See you.
Damn, I appreciate the way that Limp he was in the hot seat.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, it's getting a little hot in here. Maybe I put Brian in the hot seat instead.
Boom.
I respect it. No, I like, if he's like,
What? Another mind to the.
That wasn't that bad. I mean, he didn't ask the one question he said in his VOD or pod or whatever it is. My gut reaction saying is to say the Lions are working massively, but at the same time, no team has ever had this kind of thing happen to them. This is the first in Dota. And instead of rightfully blaming ESL, and maybe Valve, talent player not being aware of the rules led to Alliance being vilified as cheaters and unethical. Like Alliance image took a massive blow after this. True. I'm actually shaking. Yeah. I'm not sure if something is getting lost in translation, but for me, a formal complaint is nothing more than an official way of telling TOs we didn't like this and want to talk about it. But I'll bring it up in public. Yes? What does people want them to do when they don't like something? Do nothing? Excaconas, I think, is canceling them. Cancel. But isn't it a valid complaint that when the talent hired by the TO who made these rules themselves don't know the rules, ended up asking the players in a live interview and creating an awkward situation? True. Not knowing the rules? Guys, no one reads the fucking rules, alright? No player, maybe your management should, but no players... No talent, no one fucking reads it. Just like you're not reading the text before a game or whatever. No one reads that shit. I'm confused. I also saw the interview live, and like many others, questions of integrity and legality came out of the blue, which visibly disturbed and shook Limp. Yep, I could see mild shaking from Limp. To me, the interview seemed unprofessional, and I wouldn't be surprised if Limp doesn't want to give another interview. The guy lives and breathes Dota. Ask him about the game, the decision, strategy. He's not a person you want to ask about in-game coaching. It's Loader or PPD. Now, I'm not sure how serious the complaint really is, as someone pointed out. Cap's statement as complaint equal wanting somebody to get fired seems like a huge stretch. True. Give me the drama. In my opinion, those questions feel weird and out of place, since the talent in this case are representing the tournament organization, and should either know the rules or check with the organizers if they are unclear. True. Actual truth. Seems like Capcast doesn't like the panel. I think the panel did anything wrong in regards to the questions. Yeah. I don't know about this podcast, man. Alliance filing complaint is fine, but I don't really like how Cap bringing it out in public. True. I should make my own podcast, guys. I'm making my own podcast in a hot tub. Classic passive-aggressive Cap every time drama happens. What, was Cap always like this? I think he changed, guys. I think back in the days, Cap was always cool, but now he kind of changed, guys. Can we cancel him over this, actually? He seemed to be more public as in Dota with a larger following, so just wondering how he managed to garner such a huge fan base despite that. Because he's very unlikable, guys. Can we cancel him? Was he always like this? Was he always like this, guys? Yep, yeah. The talent used organizers, blah, blah, blah. The talent used by organizers made the rules implies the team is cheating. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to the bottom quickly for any juiciness. But at least he's fun. This is the curb your team star. Guys, I'm not almost a team star because I'm smart. I'll never miss say it. What I don't get is, I don't get in this issue is Loda did not complain or asking his famous line when he reads that coach can be in game. People really forget that the talent did this. This is the worst shit ever, man. Oh, it's gone. No. Oh.
The last season, Alliance finished second. They did 2-0 Team Nigma. However,
okay, so this statistic is bad. But you look at this, and you have to remember, guys, that this here is not this current alliance. Like, it's different alliance, like with new players. So taking the statistic, it kind of creates a lie. It's not very accurate. Also, sorry, let me replay this. Normie, thank you. Well, you have to think of it like a movie, because I put almost as much effort into my stream as was it Disney? Does Disney own Avengers? True. So when you go watch the Avengers, it's like what, like €5 per hour? So everyone should be paying €5 per hour, roughly. If you're not paying €5 per hour, it's a little bit weird, champ on you.
however, the previous 7 times, they lost.
Yeah, but it's different teams.
Not exactly consistent just yet. And my final...
Yes, and this is Team Star winning TI, which gives a huge amount of money. And this money here is from different alliance teams, by the way. I'm part of most of this money, and I have not played for about 5 years. So very misleading. Very misleading. And also, Team Star, when did you win TI? Was it like 2 years ago? How is that relevant today? Very misleading.
Addition to this is the altogether total earnings. Now, keep in mind also that S4 represents about $2.6 million.
And that was liquid, that's true.
Of the $4 million on the Alliance
But that was,
side.
the
And then
players,
if you look at
most
the
of them.
last 3 years of TI results, Kuroki and the boys have finished 1st, 4th, and 2nd.
That's convenient that you only check the last 3 years. Why not the last 10 years? And you'll see in the last, then they've not finished top 1, 2, and 3. It's like you're skewing the stats to favor your agenda a little bit.
Meanwhile, a little-known player named Swindlemelons has been top 10 at a TI more recently than Team Alliance. This is nothing personal. There's no bias here. I'm just trying to back up my boys because at the end of the day, our job is to tell stories. And unfortunately for Team Alliance and your many fans out there, so far, you have...
That has to be one of the worst takes of all time. That has to be the worst use of statistic I've ever seen in my life. AdmiralBulldog summed up. Game summed up. Okay, I'll go utility this game. Let's symbol arcing boots and buy travel first item. Can't forget Axe and Octarine to miss even more spells in a team fight. GG Classic Dragon mid-late game. That's weird because you literally are aware of Drunkman's mid game, and everyone knows it's the worst. I'm very good at puzzle, guys. Okay, chat, I'm hungry. I need some food. Yes. So that's how it is. I need to go back now and press chat with my Google skills. I don't cheat, guys. I never cheat in games. Let me get this straight. Nigga is a wanted war criminal in East Europe. He's killed 1,000 men, women, children, and suburbs. And your plan is to call him a pussy and cheater on Twitter? Classic scene. While playing in the hardest difficulty. Wrong door. Saw in-game name, got him. Coach these nuts. Saw this on Brawl subletted. Maybe we can add personal emojis in the subletted as well. Yeah, do it. Do it. Pepper shoots. Hey, Lion, go jungle. You're Lion, right? Ray's birthday and watch the last game versus Gilgir. When is her birthday? Fat stick. Remember to click the subscription button, but that's not good enough. You gotta click the bell. Click the bell. You gotta also click the bell and thumbs up.